All right, boys and girls, welcome. So this is math lesson 5, and today we're going to talk about using a multiplication chart. This is our last lesson on multiplication for now. We're going to be looking at division next week, which is kind of what subtraction is to addition. We'll look more into it later on this week, so don't worry about it. So there's actually a couple things you can do for this assignment. First one is to watch this video, so make sure you watch the whole video. The second part is to complete the assignment, which is on the form. And the third part, if you have a printer, you can print out this multiplication table and fill it in using one online. Or you can have a family member help you. If you don't have a printer, but you'd still like to do it, you can make your own. I would recommend using a ruler, and if you have graphing paper, you can. But if it's too much, just know that it is optional, okay? For the multiplication chart, if you decide to do it, you're going to color in blue the products in the row that are multiplied by 2, so in both directions. And red for the ones that are multiplying by 3. You're going to color green all the multiplication by 6 answers. Okay, and then you need to write a comment on this assignment telling me what patterns you see. Excellent. And then once you're done that, you can upload a photo of it onto this assignment for me. But remember, this part is optional. Okay, you'll be doing them in class next year too. And for those of you in class with me, we'll be doing it together anyway. So the PowerPoint, I'm going to start that. So using a multiplication chart. So this is a multiplication chart. It may look like a hundreds chart to you. However, it has a multiplication symbol here, and it has the answers for all of the multiplication sentences that go up to 12 times 12. Okay. So this is a multiplication chart. This is a tool you can use to multiply. It is great to use until you memorize the facts. Most of you will be able to do so many in your head over the next few years, but as always, learning different ways is important. So notice. So what this is these are the ones that you're multiplying. And so the orange are what you're multiplying. The white is the answers. So if I wanted to multiply 0 times 0, I would have to look at the 0 and the 0 and match it up in the middle. So 0, as we know, times any number is 0. So you can see 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. So you actually just go to the column and match it to the row of what you're multiplying. All the way down to 0 times 12 is 0, because you know it will always be. You can also use the multiplication table in this direction. So 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0 forever. Notice that all the numbers times 1 is the other number. So the other number that you're multiplying is the same as the answer for any number times 1. And that works for both directions. 0 times 1, 1 times 1, 2 times 1, 3 times 1. Okay. Notice that 2 times any number is always double. So 0 plus 0, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 4 plus 4, 5 plus 5. So it's always double the other number. Those are really easy ones to start with. And when you skip count by all the numbers, when you're looking at the answers, it's just like skip counting. So 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. So it is skip counting, but it's actually multiplication. It shows you the answer. So if I wanted to find 3 times 3, I would look for the 3 here, look for the 3 here, and look where they meet in the middle. So 3 groups of 3 is 9. You can also skip count to check your answer. 3, 6, 9. And that works for all of these multiplication sentences. If I wanted to find 9 times 1, I'd find the 9. Could do it on this way and find the 1, and then I find where they match up. So 9 times 1 is 9. You could also do it in this direction. 9 times 1. See how the 1's up here? 9 times 1 is 9, right? All right, how to use. If you wanted to know what numbers between 0 and 12 are multiplied by a certain number, the answers are white. The numbers here are multiplying by orange. Already said that, but just a reminder. For example, if you wanted to know what 2 times 5 is, you could skip count by the 5s twice or by the 2s 5 times. So 2 times 5. So I could look for the 2 here and go down to the 5th, which is 10. Or I could go to the 5 here and go down 2, which is 5, which is 10. Yeah, I have the 2 here, the 5 here. So just make sure you're matching up the row and the column where they meet up exactly, and that will give you your answer. All right. So as you can see, I've took the 2 and the 5 and met them in the middle, or 5 and 2 and followed the line. So this is how you find the answer for 2 times 5, and this is how you find the answer for 5 times 2 here. See how it gives you the same answer? And you can do it in 2 different directions. So whatever way you will feel more comfortable doing it. All right, for example, if I want to find 3 times 2, I find the 3, I can find the 2, and then I find where they meet up. The answer is 6. This doesn't show you the whole multiplication chart, it just shows you up to 4 and 2 here. That's all we needed for that question. If I was with all of you, I'd give you a multiplication chart to fill in now. We would look at all of the patterns. We can't do that over the computer. So if you want to do that at home with a family member with the printable I gave you, you can. But if not, don't worry too much. It will be something you'll learn again next year. All right, so the row and the column for some same factors or multiples have the same numbers. So here are the row and column for factor 5. So the row, remember the rows across, the columns are up and down, right? So the row, the column, oops. Do you see how 5 times 3 is 15? Or you can do it in this direction, 3 by 5, 15. Okay, if I wanted to look at 5 times 6, I would go 5 times 6 is 30. Or I could do it this way. I could go 6 and then by 5, which is 30. To fill in a row or column, you skip count by the first number in a row or column.